Welcome to day 30 of Vlogyear. I just asked on Twitter and on my Facebook for you guys to ask me questions and that I would answer them for just a little kind of get-together question-answer time thing. I still have my VU, which I will link below, the VU account where I do this sometimes. And I'm going to go and answer some questions over there as well. And I decided that every time I answer a question, I will put on a different thing. So quickly, thank you very much for going and checking out the Smash TV show. I'm gonna put the link for that below. I went and checked over there, and the top comments were Joey and Luke sent me. They should be on the show. So keep that up. And if you haven't seen the TV show Smash, it's really good. Out of all the recommendations that you guys left, there were like 2,000 comments or something. It was like, wow. I went through, and Joey and I watched Alcatraz last night, which I was like, it might take a little bit for me to get into it, but it wasn't bad. I think we're gonna like it. It just was it was a little bit slow, and I was expecting a lot for it being J.J. Abrams, his new big mystery TV show. But yeah, Smash is really good. So let's get to these questions. Are you getting Ingrid a kitty? So I've been. Oh, I'll switch to this. Oh, that's a terrible one. Let's see. There, that's better. So, on one of Ingrid's videos that I've uploaded for her, I said in the in the tags, I said, should I buy Ingrid a kitty for when she comes back? Something that I've been contemplating doing, but it's a big decision, like getting somebody a cat. And I saw a few people thumbs up comment were like, yes, get her a kitty. But then there were some people that were like, whoa, that's something that you guys should do together. I know exactly what type of cat she wants. She tells me like every single day. She wants a ragdoll. She shows me them because she watches videos. She shows me the pictures. I know exactly what she wants. So I think that I could find one for her, but she's going to be home in like 3 days. I've done a little research, but I did not find anything to follow through. So probably won't, but yeah, and if she gets a cat, then she's not going to spend as much time with me, so why would I want to get her a cat anyways? Sorry if my voice is kind of scratchy. I've actually been working on music all day today. I might actually play you a little bit of the song that I've been writing at the end. The next question comes from user Rayvan87, and she asks, what was your first job ever? I had a terrible paper route where I got paid, I think it was like 2 cents per paper that I put on people's doorstops, and I had a moped. I feel like I'm going to get into story mode here for a little bit. Oh yeah, here, that's probably good for moped. 2 cents per paper. So I had a moped that I would drive around, and I was actually just telling this story to Joey the other day. I took this little side route all the time that had gravel on it, gravel roads. But with a moped, it's just not a good idea to take a moped on a gravel road because your tires can get kind of sunken down into the gravel. Anyways, they had just laid down fresh gravel on this road. I was driving to my paper route, and my moped could barely plow through it. But I was able to get up to about 20 miles an hour. And this car coming from the opposite direction, barreling down at me, throwing up all of this gravel. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what should I do? Should I stop? And I was like, I'm just going to keep going and like shut my eyes through it because it was throwing up all this gravel. And there was so much that came up and hit me in the face and I tried to open my eyes, which was a terrible idea because, I mean, I still need to be able to see, but it was a bad idea to open up my eyes with all the gravel coming in my face. And next thing I knew, I was going over my handlebars down into ditch, flipping over all of my papers, like showering down on top of me. And the guy looked back, I guess, had like stopped his car, thinking like, wow, I bet you I just owned that little kid on a moped. And came back and gave me a ride back to my house. And then my mom, like, so mad at the guy. But anyways, that was my first job. Man, I like telling stories. User I love your swag 3 asks, honestly, what is your favorite thing about Ingrid? I actually watched her video on answering what she likes about me, and I almost like could not agree more with her in the fact that I can be almost 100% myself around her. That would probably be my favorite thing about her. She likes me for myself, my personality. She never gives me a hard time about things that I might be doing wrong. Basically, we just get along very, very well. She makes me smile so much, you guys don't even know. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this relationship. A few more questions on Twitter, and then I'm going to go over to my Facebook. Somebody asked, are you going to be at VidCon this year? And yes, I am. If you go to the VidCon website, I'm actually on the front page of VidCon. I'm not positive what I'm doing there yet. I might be playing some music. I might be just hanging out, answering questions, have a little meet and greet. But regardless, I will be there. And if you can make it to VidCon, it's so much fun. This will be my 3rd year going. It honestly, when all the YouTubers get together, it's super fun. Oh man, and I've been forgetting to put on put on little things. Look, there we go. I did it. There's a crow flying past me. Sam Riddle 42 asks, what is your favorite video game character? So I would say that my favorite video game character is probably Yoshi. I've always just been a huge Yoshi fan, which I'm pretty sure that's like a lot of people's favorite video game character, but yep. All right, I know this is two kind of gross things in a row, but this one's too funny not to use. So user JamDFTBA asks, what are you working on right now? Any tours in the future? So I am working on quite a few different projects, and I don't always talk about these projects. So I have like 3 or 4 projects, all musical related, and I'm sure you guys will see those very, very soon. As far as tours, there's a few different possibilities, but those won't be for months, and I will inform you when they do come. All right, I've moved over to Facebook now, and I don't know why I haven't been doing this filter the entire time, because this one is pretty fun. Okay, Carolina Novaton, that's probably really wrong. Where would you like to live in the future? Which job will you have? I probably will be continuing to do music for a while, but I don't know if I will always be the person singing or the person maybe playing the instruments. I've said many times before that I like being an entertainer more than anything. Yeah, I would say that my skills lie highest in production. So take that little filter off because that was scaring even me. I could see myself producing other people's music or writing songs or some sort of audio engineer. Maybe even doing video things because I'm not on YouTube trying to be like the biggest next pop sensation like some of the other YouTube musicians. I love entertaining, and that's what I'm going to continue to be doing. But yeah, my strengths definitely lie in what I spend most of my time with, and most of my time is spent producing music. Kelly Simpskin asks on Facebook, do you have to get the rights to the songs you cover? And yes, you do. If you're going to sell any of your songs on iTunes, you have to go through either, there's a company called Harry Fox or songclearance.com, which is Limelight. Oh my gosh. And that's where I go to get my rights to sell on iTunes. And in the future, in the very near future, I actually just got off the phone with Sony. They're going to start publishing my tracks on YouTube, and much more about that later when that comes. Wow, this filter is so gross. All right, so this is the creeper filter, I guess. Hey buddy, what's up? So Casey Cruz asks, what inspired you to start posting videos on YouTube? By the way, big fan. Thank you, Casey. I started posting videos on YouTube because it was the best place to share my music. And yep, that's basically it. It was way better than anything that I was doing on MySpace. It was a lot more personal and interactive, and that's what I really liked about it. So here I am. Hey, this filter is pretty cool. So the person Angelica Rikza asks, when did you found out that you want to be a musician? I'm assuming not English is not your first language. What was that option always in the back of your mind, or you needed to change from your normal life as you started playing music? How did you learn to play like that? I read that exactly how it was written. So I started doing music at a very, very early age, and the main reason I wanted to start doing music a little bit more full time is because I was getting so much feedback from all of you guys, and that's the reason I spend so much time with you, telling me that you wanted to hear more of the music that I was writing. So where did I learn to play, or how did I learn to play like that? I don't know what you mean by like that, but I've just been playing guitar for the last, like, I don't know, 10 years. Just picking it up, playing, learning theory. I took theory and a lot of different musical classes at my stay at college, and yeah, then like also studied a lot about production and stuff. So yeah, and I didn't know it was always going to be my life, at least this part of my life, but yeah. Okay, I think this is going to be my last question here. Josephine Zachariou asks, what was your favorite or worst job you ever had? This question I might actually do for like a full video, because I've had a lot of terrible jobs. Oh my gosh. Just even thinking about that, I could talk for a very long time. What are my eyebrows doing? So let's see. Worst job. I'm gonna go with worst job. My worst job was one of my first more like past the paper route job that I just talked about, and that was when I worked at Red Lobster, and they eventually moved me from like the fry cook guy that was like frying all the food, and the guy that like made those little Cheddar Bay biscuits, which by the way are delicious. They made me start killing the lobsters that they would bring back, which I just could not handle. Like I did it a few different times, and see this halo, I just can't kill an animal. I'm not good at that. But I'll take the halo away. So just to tell you about one experience, and please don't get mad at me or like get super grossed out and hate my guts for doing this, but they brought back this tray full of lobsters, and I'm like 16 years old at the time, and they put down this tray and they're like, all right, Luke, they want them cleaned and steamed. So what that means is you have to like cut them open. So I had to hold down lobsters by the claws on the front, and then stab it through like the face, and then cut down the middle, and then crack open the back of the lobster, and then scoop out the insides. Real gross, not cool. And the whole time you're cutting it though, it's like tail is like slapping you up on the hand, and I hated it so much. I might actually, like, if you want to hear more about that story, like there's more to it, but anyways, I ended up quitting that job, and I was like, never again. I don't want to work a job like that anymore. Okay, so I have my guitar, and like I said, I've been working on music all day today, and I have like just a pre-chorus and a chorus to this song. I have a bunch of other lyrics, but I wanted to try this with you guys if you wanted to, if you're even still watching, because I know this video is very long. But I'm going to play you what I have so far, and if you guys have any other like cool lyrics to mention, you should leave those in the comments, and I might actually use them, because normally when I do projects like All Caps, Ministry of Magic, stuff that I do with Ryan Sealer or any other internet musician, I always work on lyrics with other people. I've written plenty of songs by myself, but I'm always much happier when there are more heads working on lyrics. You get what I mean. So anyways, here's what I have so far. Leave some comments with other suggestions, and yeah, let's see how this goes. But the way you make me feel when I place your hand in mine, it's like we built a structure with a traveling in twos, traveling with you. See you tomorrow.